to the distal segment of the upper limb. So here, this is I will start to describe the skeleton of the hand. So the skeleton of the hand, as I mentioned, is formed of 27 bones. These 27 bones are classified into: number one, 8 bones forming the carpal bone or carpus. 8 bones. Then 5 bones forming the metacarpal, and then the 14 bones forming the skeleton of the fingers. So the 8, 5, 14 equal 27. Let me to start with the carpal bones or the carpus. The 8 carpal bones are arranged in 2 rows. This row is the proximal row, while this one is the distal row. So again, this is the may be clear. This surface is the dorsal surface of the hand. So this row is the proximal row, while this one is the distal row. And each row is composed of 4 bones. 4 bones in the proximal row and 4 bones in the distal row. Take care as a fixed rule in hand. In hand, all the arrangement start from lateral proceeding to medial. Again, any arrangement in hand start from lateral proceeding to medial. I mean, starting from the thumb. So the starting point for description of any anatomical part in the hand starts from lateral proceeding to medial. So let me to mention to the names of the bones of the carpus. So here, the proximal row is formed of from lateral to medial, scaphoid, leonate, triquetral, basiform bone. Again, scaphoid, leonate, triquetral, basiform bone. Scaphoid, leonate, triquetral, basiform bone. Then what about the distal row? The distal row is formed of from lateral to medial, trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, hamate. Again, trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, hamate. And the hamate is characterized by presence of this hook, which is known as hook of hamate. A question that may be in your mind: what are these names? These names indicate the shape of these bones. So, for example, scaphoid, it is a shape like. Capitate, because it is the largest one. So the largest carpal bone is the capitate. The smallest carpal bone is the basiform bone. Then, what about the proceeding distally? What about the metacarpal? The metacarpal are 5 bones arranged numerically from lateral to medial. So this is the first metacarpal, second metacarpal, third metacarpal, fourth metacarpal, and the fifth metacarpal. And the metacarpal bone are separated by these spaces, which are known as interosseous spaces, the same as this space. Then proceeding to the skeleton of the fingers. The skeleton of the fingers is formed of phalanges. Phalanges is plural, the singular is phalanx. So this is the thumb. And it has another name which is known as pollex. And the thumb has only 2 phalanges, proximal phalanx and distal phalanx. Then these 4 fingers are sometimes collectively known as medial forefingers. And each finger is formed of 3 phalanges: proximal, middle, distal, proximal, middle, distal, proximal, middle, distal, proximal, middle, and distal. So this finger is the index finger. This is the middle ring and the little finger. These are the names of the finger. What about the joints forming the hand? So we have between the carpal bone intercarpal joint. This joint is the carbo-metacarpal joint between the carpal bone and the metacarpal. And these joints are the metacarpophalangeal joint because they are the joints between the metacarpal and the phalanges. And in between the phalanges, these are the interphalangeal joint. Take care that the thumb has only one interphalangeal joint, which is this one. While the medial 4 fingers, each finger has 2 interphalangeal joints: proximal interphalangeal joint and the distal interphalangeal joint. Proximal, distal, proximal, distal, proximal, and distal. So that's all about the bones of the upper limb. See you inshallah in the next video for the bones of the lower limb.